Hello YouTube, it's Jo. Sorry I didn't post earlier this week. I'm not sorry. I'm sorry for you, maybe? What happened is I went away to the beach for the weekend with my partner for the week. I went away to the beach because you know, vacationing's nice. And hoping that it would like help me feel better, like I just feel like, I don't know, sometimes time at the ocean like recenters me. Does it do that for you too? So went away to the ocean hoping for like some recentering time. And in some ways that's what happened, because it like made me get in touch with myself more, but what I got in touch with is how much trauma still affects me, and how much the history of my life with my family still affects me, because we went to a campground that I grew up going to. Maybe I should learn by now that places where I have gone growing up with my family aren't nice places to go back to. But I'm still learning, and that's okay. So I learned this time, again, that places where I used to go with my family bring up bad memories, not good ones, and they make me feel out of center instead of recentered. So, yeah, learned that, which sucked. Yeah. But now I'm back. And there was still good part. Like, I still enjoyed going. I'm still glad I went. And, like, it's still nice to be at the beach and be in the sun and the rain. Mostly the rain. The sun is overwhelming. But, I don't know. I think, like, here's the thing I wanted to talk about. So, you know, when I was making that JoProgoRaw series where I was talking about trauma and abuse and things of that nature, yeah, and that was really, like, when I made those videos, like, I honestly didn't really expect people to watch them, but people do, and that's wonderful. Like, and people leave comments like talking about how grateful they are that I talk about my experience, and that I'm really brave for sharing it, and that means a lot. Like, thank you for saying that. Thank you for taking the time to leave a comment, because it's really scary to have like that part of my story out there for anybody to access. But when I see these comments, I'm like, I'm so glad that it is, because we need to talk about our experiences. We need to see other people who have lived through similar things and made it, and I want to like talk about those things. But along that line, like, now I'm like, people watch these things and it impacts people, and what people say impacts me, and it's like, and it's for the better mostly, like, it's good things, and yet like I'm afraid to share more now, not because like of anything bad, but because like just that, like, I impact other people impact me. It's like that, I guess it's like that risk, that like that dangerous zone of allowing myself to be impacted by people, allowing me to impact other people, and it scares me. And so like I have not been talking about those things because I've been afraid, because I'm afraid of the impact. Like, I'm afraid of what it feels like, I guess, or like, I don't know. It's hard to explain, but I wanted to make something to talk about it because I've been thinking about it a lot, and I've been having a lot of like trauma related experiences like in my life recently, and there are things that I have to talk about, because the problem that I have is that like all of this stuff was kept a secret, and I had to keep it a secret when I was growing up, and that is what caused the like PTSD, is like I had to keep all this stuff a secret. So now, like, in my life, whenever I start to keep things a secret, it's because PTSD is taking over, and I'm like going back to those old habits of not talking about what's really going on. So I'm trying here I am trying to talk about what's really going on, which is that like the impact of interacting with other human beings is it's vulnerable, and it does require bravery because it is such a scary experience. And and I love that it is a good thing for other people, and I love that it is a good thing for me, but damn it, it is a hard thing to do. And like, I don't want to keep hashing out these awful stories about growing up and what it was like, and about how like, or the same story, because the same stories continue to affect me and impact me. And so like I get scared to talk about the same things over and over again, but they keep affecting me over and over again. Like this whole weekend at the beach, I was just thinking about being raped, to be honest. And like I didn't have any flashbacks, I just had like intrusive memories and kind of like repetitive obsessive thoughts, I guess, that happens to me. But like, and they were all surrounding like my rapist, who happens to be my dad. And that is really like, I don't want to talk about that shit. I just wanted to go to the beach and I wanted to have time at the beach, but instead like, that's what my brain was full of, because that's the person I went with my family, and my dad, who is the person who raped me. It's really important to say it out loud. It's just really fucking awful to say it out loud, and like, it's easier if it's unreal sometimes, and I think that's also why I don't talk about it all the time. One, like, you can't talk about this stuff all the time, but like I avoid talking about it because I don't want it to be real. And when I talk about it, it is so very real. And that's important, and that's okay. But it's really hard. Ooh. This video didn't turn out how I thought it would turn out, and that's okay also. Yeah. For those of you who have been leaving those very kind comments and encouraging me and telling me how my story encourages you, like, thank you. That is so meaningful in such a positive way, and it's just really nice to be able to connect with other people who have survived similar things, and we are still living and we are still existing as our beautiful selves, and I really like that. And so I'm going to continue to push myself to talk about these things that scare me. Ooh, children screaming scares me. My complex is loud today. Anyways, I'm going to continue to talk about these things, even though, especially because it scares me, because that's important. Not because it's important, but because I have to, and that is why I'm going to continue doing it. So, look forward to more JoProgoRaw. And thank you for existing, for being out there. It makes a difference to me, and it's great to know that I make a difference to you. Yeah. Okay, bye.